will go over to Mrs. Mathiopoulos for your presentation. I will let you know when you have 1 minute left, just to prepare you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure and honor to address such a distinguished audience of the Delphi Economic Forum, and I would specifically like to thank Mr. Tsomokos and his team for the kind invitation. Ladies and gentlemen, listening to all the other speakers in this excellent forum, I got a lot of inspiration and would therefore like to share with you 3 brief observations why FDI is not only a key driver for growth and prosperity, but can also be the key determinant for resolving the current economic and financial problems of Greece, if, of course, proper measures are taken. I'm a humble German businesswoman and entrepreneur, and our group ASPIDE is focused with its global investment portfolio on innovative, cost-effective water treatment solutions, gas, minerals, and renewables. Due to my Greek roots, you can not be surprised that I'm flirting with the Greek market since 15 years concerning investment in Greece. And this brings me to my first observation and remark. Why investors really don't invest in this geostrategic honey paradise, which has more opportunities than it perhaps realizes. My second observation will be a brief comparison of 3 other comparable markets to Greece, which did much better attracting FDI. And finally, my third observation will be over the hot spot opportunities of the Greek market, which I see. First, the term foreign private investment, or simply private investment in Greece, carried for the last decades rather a negative connotation. It was approached in a very simplistic way, so that private investments in their various forms tended to mean rather a sell-off. In this context, it needs to be understood that since 1974, almost every big investment project in Greece, either foreign or domestic, faced enormous obstacles. It is evident that political considerations, clientelism and corruption always played a prominent role in Greece as well in approving or rejecting an investment, sometimes shadowing completely the relevant economic considerations and benefit for the country and its people. During the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, creating growth motives to attract private investments became a more common practice. However, according to a report by the Foundation for Economic and Industrial Research in Athens concerning foreign direct investment, in total for the period 1980 to 2002, just to give you an average example, the average growth for FDI in Greece was 166%, while in the rest of the European Union it was 1,107%. The comparison becomes even more disappointing if someone compares Greece with other southern European economies, especially Portugal, Spain, where the average FDI growth for the same period has been 1,100% or 4,126% respectively. More specifically, according to a report by the Boston Consulting Group from 2011 entitled Hellas 2020, supporting investment in the Greek economy, a foreign investor perspective, FDI inflows as percentage of GDP for the period 2004 to 2010 shows that the average inflows for Greece was 1%, while the EU average was 3.7%, but more importantly, for southern European countries, it was 2%, and for a regional competitor of Greece, like Turkey, it was 8.1%. It was only with the Law 3986 of 2011, which actually created the Hellenic Republic Asset Development Fund, widely known as TAIPED, that Greece really acquired a proper framework on privatizations. The recent experience in the Greek market, though, shows that the rigid high-tech system, together with the highest degree of product market regulation among OECD countries, labor restrictions for larger enterprises, and ample bureaucratic killing factors are still very much the main problem, which works against attracting private foreign direct investment, which consider these factors as political country risks. It is illuminating that the General Secretary for Strategic and Private Investments in the Ministry of Economy, Mr. Lois Lambrianides, himself confided the other day that there have been cases where 29 months were needed for receiving green light for any investment. And he added that in the case of the Costa Namarino resort, 3,000 signatures were needed for the project to go ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, what needs to change to attract foreign direct investment was presented in the sophisticated speech by the former governor of the National Bank of Greece and former Prime Minister, Mr. Papadimos, who is in the audience, as well as in the superb panel, Entrepreneurship in the Greek Economy, yesterday evening. Which brings me to my second observation. What have done other countries, like, for example, Estonia, Portugal, or Turkey, which are comparable markets to Greece, to attract foreign direct investment? Portugal, an outright southern European competitor to Greece, has also passed through the tough test of adjustment programs overseen by the Troika of the European Union, Commission, the IMF, and the ECB, and all three countries have experienced the INF ruling. According to the World Bank Business Report 2016, which comprises 189 countries, and which was yesterday also mentioned by my German colleague of the World Bank, and specifically the Ease of Doing Business Index, Estonia ranks 16th, Portugal ranks 23rd, Turkey ranks 55th, because its economy recently has been hit, marked by political instability and emerging market risks, and Greece ranks 16th. In Estonia, only 3.5 days are needed to start a business. In Portugal, it's even less, 2.5 days. And in Turkey, it stands 6 days. Greece needs, however, 13 days. Turkey, on the other side, has been the second biggest performer among OECD countries in terms of reducing restrictions on FDI since 1997. In 2007, Turkey attracted almost $22 billion in FDI inflows. Also, our company invested in Erzurum, in the north of Turkey. A massive investment was put in place to promote Turkey as a business-friendly country. First of all, in 2006, since 2006, a bold tax reform was initiated, which, among other, opened possibilities for private investors to obtain concessions in ports, offered the legal basis for cogeneration electricity, allowed private transport, storage, and distribution of natural gas, and opened airport operation to private investors.
The time is up.
Give me a few more minutes and I will complete. There has also been in Estonia, in Portugal, between September 2013 and 2014, FDI stock increased by 3.1% to almost 12 billion euros. There has also been a push in the development of renewable energy, while the country is the fourth most favored destination for Chinese FDI in the European Union. Concerning taxation, there has been a phased-in reduction of corporate tax rate from 25% in 2013 to 19% in 2016. I come to my favorite country, Estonia. The income tax in Estonia, with its flat rate of 21%, is considered one of the simplest tax regimes in the world. I wish we had in Germany the same tax regime. Deferral of taxation shifts the time of taxation from the moment of earning the profits to that of their distribution. Undistributed profits are not subject to income taxation, regardless of whether these are reinvested or merely retained. Recently, Estonia launched an e-residency, which offers to every world citizen and government-issued digital identity and the opportunity to run a trusted company online, unleashing in an enormous way the world's entrepreneurial potential. E-residents can digitally sign documents and contracts, establish company online, and administer the company from anywhere in the world, declaring Estonian taxes online, and so on and so forth. Why should Athens, ladies and gentlemen, not only be able to implement measures that perform relatively well in other comparable markets to boost FDI in Greece? Finally, Mr. Chairman, I will come to my last observation, the hotspot opportunities I see in the Greek market. My first favorite is energy. The narrative of Greece becoming an energy hub in the southeastern Europe and eastern Mediterranean has been common since 2007-2008 during the Karamanlis government. Initially, it was connected with Russian ambitions in the area, and more recently by developments in Central Asia and the discovery of big reserves in the eastern Mediterranean. There are specific opportunities Greece can take advantage of. The construction of TAP, Trans-Adriatic Pipeline, which will bring for the first time Azeri gas from the Caspian Sea to Europe through the Southern Gas Corridor, offers significant benefits for Greece. What is more important with TAP is the interconnectivity opportunities between Greece and other countries in the Balkan region, mainly Bulgaria and Macedonia, Fyrom. Vertical interconnectors could bring gas to other Balkan Central European countries as well. Greece should heavily invest in LNG, liquefied natural gas facilities. This is the best way for Greece to become a player in the Eastern Mediterranean gas power game, as they offer flexibility, while grant schemes of building pipelines are costly, especially under the current low price of the oil market. The LNG facility in Revithoussa provides a very
We're really
good start.
running out of time, Dr. Mathiopoulos. Sorry.
Thank you. I have not listened to anybody here who sticks to 8 minutes, so I'm coming to an end.
Mr. Tsomogos is refusing to pay me overtime.
I'm coming to an end. The LNG facility in Revithoussa provides a good start, and the possible construction of a second LNG facility near Alexandroupolis in northern Greece will provide more options not only for the East Mediterranean gas, but also for US shale gas when exports start flowing to Europe. Minerals. The mineral wealth is the hidden treasure of Greece, especially in the northern part of the country. There have been studies, unfortunately most of them confidential, known to certain investors on its mineral wealth and especially rare earths. The wealth underneath of the northern Greek mountains and in the sea are roughly calculated by Greek authorities between 250 and 300 billion US dollar. Furthermore, the LARCO, called General Mining and Metallurgical Company, is probably one of the jewels of Greece, as it has the potential with proper management and investment to become one of the biggest nickel companies of the world. Its wealth is unprecedented, and there has been specific German interest on LARCO since 2013. I will not elaborate on transport and logistics, which also can become hubs in Greece, because time is running out. Pharmaceuticals and cosmetics is another extremely interesting and profitable area for opportunities in Greece, as well as agribusiness, which is completely underdeveloped. And let me come to my final comment, ladies and gentlemen. It is in the hands of Greek politicians, but also in the hands of the corporate Greek business and shipping community, to persistently challenge the Greek governments, whether from the left or the right, to open the Greek market for the sake of the prosperity of its people and for the sake of the competitiveness of the country, which deserves better. I do not worry about Greece's future. I do worry, ladies and gentlemen, about the future of my own country, if you allow me a last political comment. When you walk these days through the streets of Berlin, or you travel through east and west of my country, you can sense a Weimar mood. The Berlin Republic can obviously not be the Bonn Republic, but I hope we will be able to avoid the mistakes of the Weimar Republic. Thank you.
Thank you very much.